probably my least favorite Six Flags.
We're in a road trip to ride roller coasters at 23 theme parks across North America. In the last video, we were on Darien Park, and now we're going to Six Flags Darien Lake. Let's go!
We're in Darien Lake.
Very windy Darien Lake. We have seen Superman go, which we're quite surprised with.
That's where we're going now. Superman is my main priority on this park. Superman is a coaster made by Intamin, and this was the first version of it. And then Six Flags America made a clone, which I love. And then Six Flags New England made an updated version. But I love the clone more than the updated version, so I really want to ride the original.
So this is your first visit here?
Yeah.
My second visit, I came about 2 years ago. Back then I absolutely loved the park, the staff were amazing. I just felt like it had such potential, but it felt incredibly run down. Like one of the most run down parks that I've been to. And it just felt sad seeing like it was just desperate for paint and it's just desperate for some upkeep. But I loved the park, even though after all that. So I'm really intrigued to see how it's all changed since I've been here after 2 years. I just wish they could just give it a bit of love.
The park looks really, really quiet. There was like no cars on the parking lot. So I'm hoping to have an easy day and be able to enjoy as much as possible.
Originally this park was operated by Six Flags, then Six Flags lost the operating rights. When they lost that, they had to remove everything Six Flags branded from here. So this isn't actually Superman, this is just Ride of Steel. All the Superman stuff all had to be completely removed.
It's just Ride of Steel with the same color scheme as Superman, but it's not Superman.
Very obviously meant to be Superman. But Six Flags is back operating the park, which is good for us because we've got the season pass and the dining plan. We need to go to the one thing we hate, lockers.
Like all Six Flags Park, there are some rides that you cannot take things to the station. So you need to rent a locker and they're paid for. You can rent it for the day. So you're gonna pay, let's see how much is it on this one. Because they're all different prices. $2.
Oh, I think you've got to pay per rental.
Oh no!
2 hour ride lockers. Lockers must be emptied as soon as you come off the ride. The rental will expire after 2 hours and will require you to extend the rental in order to open. So it's going to cost us $2 every time we want to ride Superman.
Or we can just let loose.
Yeah.
Six Flags New England was $5 for the whole day. Great Adventure was $10 for the whole day. Here you cannot even rent for the whole day. You need to pay every time $2. It was really good, but I prefer the one in Six Flags America.
Yeah, I do as well. And I think it's because one in Six Flags America, you're going through the woods, whereas this one, you're just on a plot of land, on, well, water really. The concrete pillars just look out of place.
It's not a bad coaster, it's still really enjoyable. We did it on the front row, it was good. It is very dead here. The park is empty. There was no one in the station. It was hard not to just sit on the train and lap because they were allowing us to do that. But because the weather is meant to be bad today, we're just trying to get everything done first, at least one on everything, and then we're gonna go back there and lap.
We're just going past Predator at the moment. And this was the first coaster to get like a big section Titan track. So this is the first time I experienced Titan track, which is GCI, which is the wooden company. They changed the track over to steel to make it smoother in certain places. I didn't like it. Since then they've added more Titan track. I'm really intrigued to see how much Titan track is now going to be here. It's too smooth for me. It just doesn't feel like a wooden coaster.
It's really enjoyable, it's a good ride, but it is too smooth.
I don't think it's worth saving. I don't think it's historical enough to save or special enough to save with the Titan track. It almost feels like starting over and
I don't know, I think I like it. I think it makes sense. For this park to have a wooden coaster is like a different type of ride that they can have. It's better than just getting rid of it and doing nothing. It's just a boomerang, like always.
It's not a rough one though.
No, it's alright.
What does annoy me with Darien Lake is the boomerang is in like a dead end part of the park. But next door they've got the San Perla motorbike coaster. And it's just weird having a dead end of the park around a lake. And the San Perla's also a dead end, but they're next door to each other. And it just feels like they need to create a path to connect the two areas together so that you've got a full lap around the like a normal theme park. But
Yeah.
in Six Flags fashion, they love a dead end, don't they?
The layout of the park. It's not a big park, so it's pretty easy to walk from one thing to another. But yeah, it's really annoying when you see something right next to you and you need to give like this whole loop to get around.
We're going on Viper now. The last time I was here, it just felt like this was desperate for a bit of renovation. I know it's an old Arrow, so it's probably unlikely. But it just had the station had paint peeling off the walls. But it does look awesome and it's all black.
I really like how it looks. It's in the middle of all these trees, and then you have all this black track, black supports, and then a green train going around. It looks really cool. I do like the color scheme on it.
But then I felt like the painting on the boomerang looked good as well.
Yeah, I did. I didn't really like it.
Oh, it's dreadful, isn't it? It was so bad. I forgot how bad it was.
It's really rough without being good. So there is a goat race in Park Asterix. It's a Vekoma looper that is really, really, really rough. But it's so good. The layout is amazing. They should give the same treatment that they had on Python in Efteling and make it smoother. It would be great. This one, I don't think is worth it.
No,
like,
tear it down.
it's just like not good.
It is a shame with this park. There's a lot of coasters that I would just say tear it down. The vintage cars look so shit, it doesn't even look like it'd be funny. You know what I mean? Like when you could go on vintage cars and you could just have a laugh going around. These just look like your viewpoint is a very ugly Starflyer or a crap shed in the middle. The ride's alright, but the first corner sort of clenched my chest into the restraint a little bit. So it kind of like gave me a bit of a rough sort of ride as a result.
It feels a little bit rougher than the other ones we did. This is a clone of 2 other coasters that we've done.
So we got one in Coney Island and then there was one in Sarkanimi in Finland. It feels like it's a rare model, but we've done 3 of them. So is it rare? I don't know.
It's unique for a Six Flags to have it. It is quite nice to have the view of the park with this lake here in the background, because then you can see all the coasters around.
Yeah, it's just that the coasters are just not great. Nothing here is unique except Predator, the wooden coaster, and Viper. We have done a clone of every ride in here before even coming here except for Viper and Predator. So Superman was at Six Flags America. We've done 3 of the motorbike coasters.
Boomerangs and SLCs, they have it everywhere, although the SLC we're not doing today because it's closed for the year.
The other coaster that is also cloned is Tantrum, which is where we're heading now. And we've done a clone of that on Galveston Pier in Texas.
It's good, I like it.
Yeah, the restraints are brilliant on it. For Gerstlauer restraints, they are fantastic trains.
Marcus has been here before and they didn't allow him on the kiddie coaster. We were planning to try to do the kiddie coaster because you never know with Six Flags and Cedar Fair. Sometimes they allow you, sometimes they don't.
I don't think we're going to do the kiddie coaster. It looks a little bit boarded up. No hoot and hollering today.
Well, so yeah, that's it. That we did all the coasters available. I'm actually surprised with the rides availability today. It's raining now. There was like really windy, and even the Skyfly was going. Every coaster is going.
Operations are good.
This ride looks really cute with the moose.
On the loose.
Random thing about this park, we have the drinking plan, and every Six Flags that we've been so far is the same drinks, but here is like they have a different partnership with drinks. So they have Pepsi instead of Coke, and like all the drinks are different.
Mountain Dew instead of Sprite.
A different brand of iced tea. So yeah, that's different. I've never seen this in another Six Flags. They're usually all the same. So we're just here walking around the park, checking everything and looking for a place to eat. It has a weird atmosphere for me, and I feel like part of that might be due to the fact that the park is really, really dead. So I'm not complaining about not having queues. Obviously, it's great coming to a park and everything being a walk-on and being able to just sit on the train and let stuff. But at the same time, people on the park, at least a little bit of people in the park, adds to the atmosphere. And when you have a park that is that quiet, it kind of feels that lacks a little bit of atmosphere. So it adds to the fact that the park doesn't have much teaming, it doesn't have great rides, but the fact that it's so dead is always kind of starts to add up. And now we're gonna go to this area here to get some food because it has shelter. We went for the chicken wings and fries. They didn't have much food options on this park.
It's either pizza, chicken, burger, that's it. There's a lot of pizza restaurants here.
Yeah, there's like 5. This is actually really good, the chicken.
Yeah, chicken's
Just
alright.
it's smaller than I was expecting, but it's actually really good. The fries are good as well. We finished our meal, now we're gonna get some rear rides. Sky is incredibly blue now, sun is out, the park's still quiet, so we're gonna enjoy that opportunity to get a lot of rear rides. First thing in the morning, we were doing Superman in front row, and now we were doing back row. I do prefer on the front. I feel the airtime was better on the front. You don't get much airtime in the back.
The sense of speed on
Yes,
the front as
exactly. Even on that part that is straight track. On the front, at least it's cool. On the back, it's just pointless. Even on the end of the helix as well. This airtime here after the first helix is really good on the front.
well. I think the best part is after the first drop, there's a corner, and I think that corner's the best part of the ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are really low to the ground.
Maximum speed at that point.
But I still sure that the one in Six Flags America was better.
Yeah, like you said, it had different trains.
The train, the train was different. It was better to hold the restraints and not let them come down. The airtime on the Six Flags America seemed so crazy. It's still a good coaster, the one from this park, but it's not how I was expecting. Then we did Predator again.
We did it in the front this time. I felt like you were being pushed into it a little bit more, so I felt like the airtime was better on the front. So I would call it a front row ride, because when you get up to the top, you normally get pushed up to the top and then it's a corner. So on the back, you're not getting whipped over because you're going into that corner, whereas on the front, you get pushed into it. So I felt like it was a front row ride because of that. Titan Track still sucks.
They do have some other flat rides as well. So they have an Enterprise,
The Starflyer,
a shot and drop tower, one of those.
Rocky Mountain Construction Loop, Larson Loops.
Doesn't seem like it's going. They have a boat right here as well. When we saw people going on it now, they were completely sold in. We're gonna do Tantrum again, the gas flower.
It's so smooth.
It is really smooth. This time we got the back row. It's a good coaster. I like it.
Yeah, I just feel like it's plonked in the middle of nowhere. There's random bridges connecting into it, and then there's like old plyboard roof. It's just very weird.
Yeah,
But
like
it's-
everything else here.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take a look at the shop now.
$22.
So we just got our second meal of the day. We got a cheese pizza with the garlic nuts. We're gonna leave the park now because we need to drive to Canada, and we still wanna do like a night out on Niagara Falls. This is where we're sleeping tonight. We got a hotel there. We are leaving the park a little bit earlier. The park's still open until 7, but honestly don't think it's needed, especially on a very quiet day like today. This is probably my least favorite Six Flags. We're doing a big road trip. This is in the middle of the way, and we do have the annual pass. So for us, it works. I don't regret coming here. I'm glad I did. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't travel for this park. I wouldn't be happy by purchasing a day ticket and $30 of parking to come here. Because when you compare to other Six Flags, of course they have clones. All the Six Flags has clone rides, and that's fine. They're still good clones. You ride them, even though you can ride them in a lot of parks. It's fine, but they have some really standout coasters that are unique from that park. Here, it's like they're all clones, and the two that are not clones are just not worth it. The park doesn't have like a great theming, doesn't have like the great atmosphere, like or a great
It feels like
vibe.
it's falling apart, cracks everywhere, paint falling off. I feel so sorry for Darien Lake. Because I think the staff here are good. I think the operation's been fantastic. All the rides have been open, but it's just the park itself that lets it down.
It could easily be a half-day park. Last time you came here, you did
I
half
left
day as
by
well.
2 o'clock.
If you want to visit Darien Lake but you don't want to spend the whole day, there are some little parks in the area that you could combine on the same day. Waldemere is about 2 hours away and is a good option if you're traveling between New York and Cedar Point. Another option is to visit Niagara Amusement Park or Niagara Falls if you're traveling to Canada's Wonderland.
Now we're gonna start our drive into Canada.
We've had to make a change of plans. We are not going to Canada now.
We tried. I got refused entry. We're on Niagara Falls. We're just thinking what to do.
We are 4 hours from Cedar Point, so we might just go to Cedar Point tomorrow.
We were gonna do Canada's Wonderland for 2 days, and then we're gonna drive all the way to Michigan's Adventure. We can still do the same thing, but instead of going through Canada's Wonderland, we can go to Cedar Point. Like, instead of going north, we're going south. What should we do?
Let's go to Cedar Point.
I'm quite excited, to be honest. I'm devastated and excited at the same time. We made it!
4 hours later, we have made it to our hotel.
We're staying on the Super 8. It's a very good, cheap option to stay.
£48.
Yeah,
for
it was
tonight.
40 last minute booking on the day.
It's opposite the Thirsty Pony, which, if you know, you know.
We're going there tomorrow night after the park. We're just gonna check in now. We're in. This is the room. They have like a microwave, coffee, and fridge. I really like how they have the roller coaster photos behind the beds. We just parked the car here in the hotel, left the stuff on the room, and we're walking to the Thirsty Pony. Now, we literally have like the room that is closest to the Thirsty Pony as possible.
When we booked it, we asked for Thirsty Pony for you.
Yeah, so this is where we're staying, the Super 8. And here you have the Thirsty Pony. And this is the street that leads to Cedar Point. So the location is just perfect.